The first thing I want to say is what an honor to be here. The last year since we last met, I believe we've made great progress. There is no doubt that this is a very challenging time in farm country. There is no doubt that we have a lot of things to continue to work on. But in the last year, whether it is battling HPAI, I think Mr. Chairman, you mentioned our chickens and eggs. We announced about a year ago our billion-dollar plan to combat avian flu and bring egg prices down. That plan has worked. Based on and compared to this time last year, HPAI cases are down 61% across the country. For those of you that are representing poultry in your states, that's a really, really big number. The number of birds is down 46%. And of course, the cost of eggs, the wholesale cost of eggs is down 90%, retail closer to 46%. Since I was last before this committee, we've made substantial progress on the new world screwworm. Again, for our guys with and girls with a lot of cattle in their states, this is a significant threat to our American cattle ranching industry, and certainly at a time where our cattle herds are at their lowest levels in 75 years. Tomorrow, I will be back on the border for the fourth time talking about all of those efforts. We have significantly expanded sterile fly dispersal capacity, about 100 million in addition a week, which is very important. And we can get more into that if anyone has questions here or later. We have advanced next generation tools working with the EPA. We have strengthened surveillance and screenings along the border. We have been working very closely with the country of Mexico, the state of Tamaulipas. We've secured new emergency youth authorizations for prevention and treatment, completed audits, again, deploying a lot of USDA staff into Mexico. Tomorrow, we'll be breaking ground on an almost $1 billion sterile fly facility so that we in America can control that versus Panama, which currently has the sterile fly facility. So making a lot of progress there. On trade, which was a big topic last year. Again, we can get into details. I'm so happy to talk about this. But in just 1 year, we have enacted 18 new trade agreements. This is of massive importance for our farmers, as what was an ag trade surplus when we left in 2020 turned into a $50 billion ag deficit under the last administration. Just in 1 year alone, we have cut that deficit by 42%. These numbers are really important for our farmers who are looking for these markets that had been closed to them. And this year, we're expected to cut that deficit significantly more. We expect, based on the numbers this year, for example, our corn exports to be up 25%, our ethanol exports to be up 20%, our tree nut exports to be up 11%, our dairy exports to be up 17%. These are all really important moves forward for our farmers and ranchers in this country. And we will continue, obviously, more trade deals coming down the pike. We're going to continue while we're looking at the foreign market access, the domestic market, obviously extremely important as well. Year-round E15, 45Z, the largest RVOs in American history. All of these are massive to expand these domestic markets. We talked a little bit with Ms. DeLauro on the Farmer Bridge Assistance Programs, the ECAP programs, et cetera. Even though with a few of those block grants, we've had lots of dozens and dozens of meetings trying to get to a good place. For the most part, all of this funding moved at record speed and in a way that had never been seen before. The One Farmer, One File that Mr. Bishop brought up, we had 52,000 farmers apply in a 4-day period for the Farmer Bridge Assistance online versus what was normally about 5,000 online over 4 months for the ECAP and the other programs. So these are significant steps forward to support our farmers. Again, I want to talk about MAHA. The dietary guidelines is so important. All of the wonderful work that you all did on the One Big Beautiful Bill, the largest investment in American history in rural America. It's remarkable, the rural health transformation, the opportunity zones, and then, of course, in agriculture, the death tax on our family farms, the expensing, all of the great lowering and improving crop insurance was so important. And I'm sure we'll talk about this today, but obviously input costs continue to be top of mind with the current conflict going on overseas, obviously adding to what was already skyrocketing input costs, fertilizer, et cetera. We can go into details on that. I'm happy to do it now, or if we don't have time, another time. Let me finish with this since we're out of time. On day one, we looked at all of the different policy lanes we're working to solve. And I think one of the most important ones we've done, aside from, and are very important, the Making America Healthy Again, One Farmer, One File, putting farmers first, et cetera. But one is the fact that farm security is national security. And I think that's something that is not blue or red state or blue state, Republican or Democrat. If we are not able to together come together and figure out how to support our farmers, to protect American agriculture, to reverse the trend that's been happening for decades, reverse the trend of the family farm being pushed out of business, of consolidation, of international companies coming in and buying up our farmland, buying up our companies, then we will lose freedom in this country. And so I have been hyper-focused on specifically what that looks like in an all of the above approach. Again, you all have my written testimony, no reason for me to read it, but what an honor and a blessing to be here, and I really look forward to the conversation. So thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, committee.